Abusuafo efa eye ye former president, yes, eye John Jerry Rawlings. Abusua pepe enya ne ba bi ko. Nyankopon emfa ne kra ensie ye. Na abusua ene eye ade a MPP eye omoko founders ni bi. Eye Dr Nyaho Tamakloe aba bonten. Aba be revealing eye some shocking revelation bi a abusua efa eye ye pepe ewe ho a. Eche se enya asem ketwa. Abusua ensem pepe edi tu dwa no. Ebi a meka me hu ne kan ye. Eni bi kwan so. Ebi a ensem no waka no. Meka se meka abusua ebi a me hu ne kan ye pese yekọ. Na yetie ensem a Dr Nyaho Tamakloe edi atudwa enunti ema eye Zenator Rawlings abusua Dr Zenator Rawlings tese ansem na abusuafo nsuo atan no se ya enya asem ketwa allegedly numa yenko na yetie ensem a eye Dr Nyaho Tamakloe edi atudwa efa eye papa eye John Jerry Rawlings abusua ni wo no ho abusua ensem a wabro no ne no ano eden ensem na no odin papa numa yetie ni na sese ha eda so aye be media gi abusua be se wase ene de kan wani twa channel so ni bi no kobo kwan so ye be se wase be subscribe be like na wabo aso ahyama for person bi atie no anya bi atie yentie ensem a ye papa yi odi atudwa efa eye John Jerry Rawlings wo emra sese a ye da
party Dr Nyaho Tamakloe at this speech said the former president of the republic, His Excellency the late J. John Rawlings ni wono wu no ebi kura de share covid ebi edika say ebi dika say na after president wu kura nurses kura na wo mo hwe the late president J. John Rawlings no nyifa no fa ye edi yankasa na si ye yanhwe Dr Nyaho Tamakloe, founding member of the MPP. Wabra Walker says to me, Yaba and 20 million.
Firstly, the impression we were given as a public was that Rawlings died of COVID-19. Yes. I check it, cross-check it with my own cousin, his own cousin too, Michael Susudis, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
And it was a lie. He had 2 tests and they came out negative. As I have stated in the book. That's point number 1. A man of Rawlings' caliber and level, a former president, cannot die without autopsy being done. And I have said, if an autopsy has been done, they should bring it out.
So that the nation sees it.
It's getting to 1 year now. Nobody has come forward. You follow me?
Yes.
Because autopsy can tell us exactly what killed Jerry John Rawlings. Especially if they do what we call chemical pathology. All these things, if they have done them, they should come forward. Thirdly, from what I was told by my cousin, Michael Susudis, may he rest in peace, that 5 nurses who were looking after Jerry John Rawlings at Kolebu, the moment he passed on, they all disappeared. They were taken out of the country.
And I got quite intrigued when I read that.
And I'm coming. Let me line them up so I don't get confused. The nurses disappeared. If the nurses are around, they should come forward. Fifth, there were 2 military officers. I know them personally. They know me too, as I've stated in the book.
The captains?
But 2 captains. But for a lot of reasons, I'm holding the name for the meantime. Because I've asked government to set up an independent commission of inquiry to find out what really killed Rawlings. The captains met just after his death. And they shook hands and said, mission accomplished. That means a lot. It's a military balance. That means a lot.
Dr Nyaho Tamakloe, ono ye founding member, Edema MPP Amanyoku no, ana sansemi waka. Baby a me depa ye waka say, say necessary woman here the former late president Nwajumano say woman will come here they should come forward. We want to see them. Hospital assembly see here that very day nurses on duty na here for. Just question so we metu obi akoma ye hunu bibia ye yenti bibia ye we are just asking questions because Dr. Eka say Dabi COVID omde say na nye noa nurses kura ye na wo ho omo ye adwuma no wo mu afri kura yi mu no ade entia we are just asking questions. Na yen kwachire bebere wo sa asemi ho se the medical aka no enya de a ye betu akoma enya de a ye be ma bibi obi akoma atu because e bia yate asem bi ana ye hunu bibi e bia esi wo hospital wo be pa cho ntisa. He is asking questions said the mensomiti here me bi say the nurses no okrom ha Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe say wamumra nim na fe wamum meka se wampa eye na ye omampani dada John Rawlings ho adwuma say ni see because reporter was here no ekuta no ene nsem a wotete de fa ho no enhia eba abira enti bibi fufuro mu ana ye beja na to sa na fe sa questions ya Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe what says ya always edify the former late president John Rawlings ho no wo mrepemu emre kwa nimu no si ye betimi abiem kwanya ho ne ye betimi abiem sa ye nyina ye behwehwem because obia nkwa ho hia e wo sa biribia da bia meka wo man bia wo ma temamufuo ho nkwa ho hia no sa wo man ni daache oman atemamufuo a makro no bobe kro no ye ma temamufuo ebeye adwuma na yetua tax di abo aban na abo na timi nya sika ade asiese kro no se wo man no mpanifo wo mani ani temamufuo so a e mo man mu ye ha because se we be wo we be kwa wonko se we be say a ensay why ne betena o man no ye be jato so the makan e questions yante hwe minim hwe be ba chaw mente hwe Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe na asem o kan no eno a ne ya biemu kakra bi. This is a founding member of the New Patriotic Party NPP. Ye ka politics a papai eka wo mu Ghana ha se wo kasafa politics wo kasafa memu ho a wogi na tinye ye wakwada ribu pa founding member of the NPP enti nasem no waka no ye de betwere ba bi kakra se the medical aka no na nyame yadom emre kwa nim no questions ne wansa no the appropriate authorities the appropriate outlets wabubo din say they should come forth na niema bi wo a wo mu mabia mu no so hunu no ye wa ha edu so ye de besomo ye nya tepe ye bechirim yanto asenko ye nimu a na enei the minority in parliament obi say drew ho one must say kwajo upon Nkrumah na di anim the member of parliament for the people of Ofuasia Yirebi won oda Ofuasia Yirebi kwajo upon Nkrumah or say minority to table private members bill to reform gold board e take pen e me say reform mayor arabu kwajo upon Nkrumah I reform mayor gold board yet aye dey fa big push na atemo modify cocoa na mani magu ase kwajo upon Nkrumah to betimi aka kire me say onim world market price of cocoa ana ene dey amene dey ka say another on the wagu ni hwani ma say wie entire no mini problem yentie honorable Kojo Oponkroma, member of parliament for the good people of Ofuasia Yirebi. Ninsema waka. Ediafa sa private member bill a woman person woman dem fanye reform from good board no. Yentie ni mrebe beto aso.
Minority offered a lot of suggestions that, listen, this program, we started it, we know the loopholes, we know the gaps. For example, don't mix the role of the regulator with the role of the trader, because if you do, you may end up funding regulatory functions in ways that you shouldn't. We also offered various suggestions, including the definition of what they called hoarding, part of which affects, jewelers. Some of those bits of advice were listened to, but in the end, a good chunk of it was literally all thrown away. And that is how come you are left with this one. So now the government is having to, as part of regulatory functions, pay a bonus to the gold dealers so that they don't smuggle the gold. But if you're going to have to pay a bonus to discourage people from smuggling, you're going to lose money. And that's how come, as Leader was mentioning, the government is now admitting that for every $10 million that the Bank of Ghana releases to Gold Board to go and buy gold for them, 15% of it doesn't come back. It goes into all sorts of charges, handling charges, assaying charges, bonus and other things. So there are a number of things that are, in our view, very wrong with the current structure. We have proffered some views already. Those views have not been taken. We are happy to take your input even as at now. And if it is possible for us to come by private members' bill to get amendments, we will explore that. If we cannot do it by a private members' bill and we have to wait for the next MPP administration to make those corrections, then we'll make those corrections. But what we can assure you is that this exercise, which was started on the watch of the MPP, we learned a lot of lessons from it. We are seeing the mistakes that are being made, and at the next opportune moment, we will do our best to make sure that those corrections are done to serve the interest of particularly private sector operators. Minority offered
upon Kroma. Ubeka said Ninsama walking in Yano, Ghana won Pasudia Biwum. And you know, correct. Obwa. Before I made a bano, now if you read you, na make us say, some of us, Ejuma ye, and no be an honorable Kojo upon Kroma ye. Now, what the free move? No, what the politics move? Be a member of parliament, be a information minister, be a works and housing minister. So some of us, we have been looking up to him. Say, Kojo upon Kroma was 30% in the mind and say, okay, say, William in Centronia, and you might be brilliant about me the account. But say, sa getting in your in if you in team, honorable Kojo upon Kroma. Now, man pass private member bill, bia, I'm fine reforms, I'm from a MPP no. Na emere wane nkokura ni sika na mujidi 2024 no na nka mantimi anya ni ya na ono Kojo upon Kroma man pass a private member bill anya reforms ewo over $100 million a mudi tu amena ewo rege ya say mu sika tiria edi amanyankopon ono Kojo upon Kroma. Reform be anyone policy in the year 2020. What brought Ghana for innocent Ghanaians cause a lie. Say one more quarter back a cake. Now you born nipa 82 wo motachimai. Honorable Kojo upon Kroma. That time when I'm majority, Montinian passing any private member bill to make reforms. Say, sadly, we a been sidio yet a been see what Kroma bio. Honorable Kojo upon Kroma. Montinanya reform Sibia and stop it. A license for 2 6 a day. Legislative instrument mo passing the year 2022 November. A legislative instrument allow mining activities our forest reserves under Nanado Dankwaku for the first time in the history of this country. One year reform Sibia said Debbie, sir. Passing a forest reserves, a science you honorable Kojo upon Kroma under you as information minister. COVID by ye. I said them 2 weeks. Within that 2 weeks, I call lockdown. Sika saying an information ministry. Muti allowance the mamo. Kojo Akroma. Obi tiachira. Because look at him, such a gentleman. He said he walk kasa. Agripa biya ni trim. He is part of MPP. Yamu biya na you're looking up to you. Sa dream na ira. Because now you have allowed yourself for your political party MPP to take the better part of your brain away. You were Akroma 2016. You to about His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama. Ejina simply so congratulating another that Kufuado. A friend will fall so a catcher and another with Trinkwa. Say what I am penny you. Oh, what you John Mahama? Me coffee. Nana with Trinkwa. Kwajo Ponkroma ekwotenase wo radio so akamra sini se so wo hwede ekono kra won so mampani John Dramani Mahama na nadu kwa wini 2016 election no bape me na wontimi mfra no kra ka jense congratulations wontimi grant jense go utiri nkwa. So as a member of parliament mrasebe dwani ya fra oni onyamni now what you want no kura wuntimi nka honorable Kojo Akroma, you are losing it. And some of us aduma ya foto ya wose ebe ese senchuro no ya nim de ya ebe ese aduma we you. Yes, we are for the masses, we are for the people. I am the grassroots president and me say the minority yan wuru se sabre mu na mu pese mu si Ghana ye dia no kwan, but Febio this time around. Said ye moya no. This time around yampene. Na mo kwaso ya sadia we ya. That could mese mu be pie parliament saying wow. Now you take good parliament na anymore no. You will be shocked. Yampe minority o mra so be jam kwabio. Mo tina fie tablet na sisi table no so mo fen ko fie. Mo wa input bi amon famra. Because bibia ni wa muka bibia ni wa sabre mu ye o mabrabo mu a eye Ghana ye die ntia bibia ni ho owura Sami Jamfie Square go board penny a wodano ye bedi Christmas last year 2025 Kojo Akroma ma ye mu bi wo ha bro nya no kra anya ye nde Christmas e koso no esani say the minority of Majuma Sentinel Kojo Akroma ja ofo yire before as similar members of parliament and no munya baby anko ebe gina mra se bedwam aye press conference be ka tell say God kwa na juma wo ye no wa boka $240 million eke buburo ekani ya tini akoma se mutum boss ni ehwehwem
we ensama horo timi ko so channel so mama ena was so jemre that's ne so bad in there do be edumiani onia ye besan asia